everybody, my name is Amanda and welcome back to Fiction in Flannels. I'm feeling a little thirsty. Maybe it's because it's the book Beverage Tag? I'll see myself out. Today I'll be doing the book Beverage Tag, which was created by Lexicology. I will link her channel down below. You should really check her out. She's a really awesome booktuber and just so sweet. I'm gonna have a series of questions that are all based on different types of drinks. So grab your favorite little tea and let's get started. Question 1. Water. What's a book you can't live without? I'm going to steal Lexi's answer for a minute here and choose the Harry Potter series, specifically the first one, The Sorcerer's Stone. I love the beginning and I love the build-up to when we finally get to Hogwarts. It's just so cute seeing these characters as children, just kind of looking back and remember how young and how fun things used to be. It's just such a fun read and it really defined my childhood. Question 2. Hot Chocolate. A book that warms your heart. For this, I'm gonna choose Sassy Little Sister Is Not My Name by Sharon M. Draper. This is a children's book I read when I was in 3rd grade, and my goodness, it was just the cutest little book. It follows the main character Sassy, who is the youngest in her family, and because of that, she feels like she never gets noticed. But the thing that really stands out about her is her personality, her fashion sense, and most of all, her sassy sack. It's just this beautiful little pack that her grandma made herself out of prom dresses, and Sassy carries pretty much everything in there, from super glue to lifesavers to like duct tape. And whenever her classmates need something, she's always there to give it to them. And because of that, she feels important because she can always lend a hand to everybody. I found this such a cute story. I wanted to have a sassy sack of my own. It was just like a really cute adventure about being yourself, about being expressive, and knowing that you are special on the inside and that everyone can see that. Question 3. Coffee. An energetic character. For this I'm going to choose Peeves the Poltergeist. He is always causing a panic in Hogwarts, he is always ready for a practical joke, and his energy I think really adds a lot of humor to the book, and he was just so much fun to read about. What the heck were you thinking, Warner Brothers, taking out Peeves, huh? Question 4. Soda. A bubbly, lighthearted book. Best Friends and Drama Queens, which is part of the Ally Finkel series by Meg Cabot. I just love Ally so much. This book follows kind of her rivalry with another new girl who just moved in, who's kind of telling everybody they need to get boyfriends and they need to be more mature, otherwise they'll just be babies. Throughout the entire book, even though everybody's pressuring Ally to find a boyfriend and to act more mature, she stands up for herself, she tells them that she's not about that life, and she still has a lot of fun along the way. I felt like I related to Ally so much in the sense that I didn't really care about boys and I had a very unique style that I felt wasn't really understood, so this just has a lot of good memories. Question 5. Smoothie. A cast of characters that you think mix really well. The Heroes of Olympus series, while I didn't like it as much as the Percy Jackson series, the characters I felt just really worked off each other. They all have their own very unique and strong personalities, which I think make just for great chemistry, and I really did enjoy reading the series because of that. Question 6. Energy drink. A story that seemed promising but crashed. Call me the Heir of Fire because I'm gonna get a lot of flame for this. The Throne of Glass did not meet my expectations. When I heard it was a book about an assassin competition, I got really excited thinking there was gonna be a lot of action, a lot of mystery and suspense, but I just felt like there was way too much emphasis on the romance and the love triangle. Also, I had a very hard time with the character Selena. A lot of people complain that she's not a good character because she's selfish, but that's actually an element that I liked about her. It was something new, and I thought that made her character actually really funny and interesting to read about. I don't know, I felt like her motivations would easily change on a whim, and I can't really collect my thoughts about it. It's been a while since I've read it. I will probably make a video going into more detail about my thoughts of Throne and Glass because I do have a lot of opinions on it, but this video is getting too long, so let's just move on to the next question. Question 7. Lemonade. A fun summer read. 13+1 was a really fun book that I read, I think in 8th grade. I really loved the Winnie series and just anything by Lauren Miracle. Even though inappropriate humor isn't necessarily the kind of humor I gravitate towards, I love the way Lauren Miracle executes it because it's so realistic and it's so relatable. Like, we need to see more of that in stories because I feel like a lot of the time humorous roles are given to male stories Not a lot of people try to find the humor in girl lives. Question 8. Milk. A story with a strong plot. My answer for this is kind of ironic because milk gives you strong bones. Bones? You get where I'm going here? Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi had such an engaging plot. I was turning every page just on the edge of my seat. I never knew which direction the story was going to go in. Some people might argue that the whole powerful ruler taking away the magic of the kingdom and now we must bring it back is a little cliche. I actually found it really unique. I liked how it was an African fantasy, which is a world we don't get to see as often and I would love to see a lot more of. I can't wait to see it turned into a movie and I really hope they do it justice. Number 9. Milkshake. A story with a character that shakes things up. Friggin' Nelson from the Unwind series. My goodness, this guy appears briefly in the first book. He isn't mentioned by name, he gets maybe a sentence and you completely forget about him. But he shows up again in the later series and he comes back with a vengeance. He's just conniving, he is selfish. Whenever you think you're safe, he's always around the corner trying to cause trouble. Screw you, Nelson, you got what you deserved in the last book. I did not care for you. Finally, question 10, Fruit Punch. A book with an ending that just packed a punch. Personally, all books I read pack a little punch because once I'm at the end, they're over and it's a little stab in my heart. I think one of the books where the ending resonated with me the most was Challenger Deep by Neal Shusterman. Neal Shusterman is one of my favorite writers and I think this is definitely one of my favorite works by him. Challenger Deep is about a boy who suffers from schizophrenia and it is told through his perspective. He sees the entire world as this giant ship. And as the story goes along, you start to realize that the characters he sees on this ship, such as the captain, the parrots, the navigator, these are all characters that somehow connect to his real life. And the book follows just his story, realizing he has schizophrenia, getting hospitalized, and his road to recovery. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you because I really want you to go out on your own and read it. I interpreted it as a bittersweet ending. Like, you get a sense of satisfaction at the end, but there isn't complete closure, which I think is very accurate in regards to mental illness. It's not something that instantly heals overnight. Even if you do manage to find healing, often I see that only lasts for a short amount of time. And a lot of people who suffer from mental illness find this very discouraging, thinking that they will never heal. I felt like the message that he sent at the end was not that relapse is necessarily the end. It's just something that happens and that there is still hope and healing to be found. And you should try to strive for that, and you are strong. And that is such a powerful message. If I can get my hands on the book again, I will try to do a review on it, but I highly recommend that you go read it on your own. It is just such an amazing story, and I think you will really like it, and it will touch your heart as much as it did mine. So that was all the questions on the Beverage book tag. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is tagging other booktubers. I will be tagging G Swizzle Books, Leslie Cardix, The Happy Booktuber, Roya Eva Reads, and Paperback Reads. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. Please be sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, the works. And if you guys want to do the tag yourself, go ahead. Quench your book thirst. If you guys have any books for me to review, any tags for me to do, or you just have some general questions, links to my social media are down below. Until next time, my lovelies. Goodbye! Mwah. Lemonade, crunchy ice. Beat it once, beat it twice. Lemonade, crunchy ice, beat it once, beat it twice. Turn around, touch the ground, kick your boyfriend out of town. Break it down, freeze.